This is really great, from Einstein to Klafter. So good morning, everyone, and thank you very much, Mira and Dov, really the two visionaries that really led, from my point of view, to this institute here. So Professor Mauro Ferrari, the chairman of the International Board of Governors of the Dead Sea Research Institute, Mr. Edney Raz, Edney? The director of the Porter Foundation in Israel. This foundation is a partner of the university in many, many significant initiatives on campus, and now at the university's branch here at the Dead Sea Research Institute. Tel Aviv University leadership, we have with us the Vice President of Research and Development, who is here, Professor Yoav Hennis, the Dean of Life Sciences, Dani Chaimovich, and who else? The other deans will join, and the rector, the provost of the university, will come later. Distinguished participants from abroad and from Israel, academic colleagues, dear guests, welcome to Israel and to the Dead Sea Institute. Let me just follow on the introduction by Dov and be a little bit poetic. And let me start by reading out to you a piece, a short piece that comes to mind when one thinks about the desert. And the piece says the following: there were chasms of turquoise rock, patches of yellow-brown, crossed by black lines of fault shattering. It was as though someone had dropped this ground from the space and left it where it smashed. This could be something that describes the Dead Sea region. Actually, this is a passage from the novel Dune, and it depicts the fantasy desert planet called Arrakis. And this really reflects the timeless mystique that the desert landscape is always, I would say, bringing us. People have always some fascination with the desert. So with its polarities, with its secrets, the desert had a pull on our imagination since biblical days. And no desert region is more mysterious and fascinating than the Dead Sea region, the lowest point in Earth, and one of the, I would say, our planet's most severe environments, and for us, historically, a center that is at the bottom of Masada, which is historically very significant for us. But remember, the Dead Sea is neither dead, nor actually it is a sea. So this is, I would say, a good starting point for discussions on the future of this area in general. And here is exactly where Tel Aviv University comes in. When I was approached by Dov and Mira quite a while ago, the two of them saw the potential in connecting the two antipodes, the most cosmopolitan center in Israel and the desert, Arrakis. And I was immediately bought into this idea and this venture. Now, the value of being physically present in this unique spot on Earth has become, to me, very, very clear. Now, since we are in a not too large group, let me be honest with you. For a president of a university to have something that special that no other university has, it's an achievement by itself. But this is just to keep among ourselves. Now, the Porter family joined us, joined our dream, and made it really into a reality. Now, Tel Aviv University is actually the largest and most diversified university in Israel, with programs across the whole range: sciences, humanities, and arts. Now, years before the word interdisciplinary became an academic buzzword, Tel Aviv University recognized the potential in really combining and mixing academic fields. We were the first academic institution in Israel to allow students to double major in any field that they really chose. Biology and cinema, engineering and philosophy, archaeology and physics, and with a whole spectrum of fields and areas at Tel Aviv University, the possibilities are really endless. By encouraging our scientists and scholars to work together in new and exciting ways, the university has built a whole, I would say, cadre, a whole cohort after cohort of interdisciplinary groups and areas. And I must say that the barriers have been removed. So this is something that strategically we were targeting, and I think that we are there. So these include environmental studies spearheaded by the Porter Foundation, as mentioned, and the Tel Aviv University government, Dame Shirley Porter, ancient world studies, geosciences, drug development, translational medicine, nanoscience, brain studies, very interdisciplinary, renewable energy, emergency preparedness, and many, many more. This is why at Tel Aviv University, we see great importance in a meeting like this meeting that actually enlarges our interdisciplinary areas that already exist and the cooperation worldwide to really include also Dead Sea studies, which are by themselves very, very interdisciplinary. Now, Tel Aviv University researchers already drill in the seabed down here at the Dead Sea. We excavate here at the top of Masada. This is a Tel Aviv University excavation site. We measure the sinkholes around us. We analyze the Dead Sea scrolls found not far from here. We assess the seismic activity in the entire region. We study the ecology of flora and fauna, and we collaborate with our Jordanian neighbors here to share with them environmental issues, among many, many other activities. So we now have really a very nice platform that to discuss, exchange ideas, and really move the whole interdisciplinary around the Dead Sea, I would say, issues much, much further. Now, in today's fast-moving world, when there are so many universal challenges globally, universities and research institutions must strive to be responsive and relevant. And when I look at the conference name, Learn from Nature, I think that all complex issues facing humanities must be really dealt with through our institutions and common exchanges. Climate change, disasters like earthquakes, health epidemics, food security, biodiversity and sustainability. And I believe that we can learn really a lot from the natural treasure that is the Dead Sea. Now, to conclude, I would like to thank our regional and academic partners, the board of the Dead Sea Research Institute led by Professor Ferrari, the chair of the Executive Research Steering Committee, Professor Ehud Gazit. He could not be here. His mother passed away, and we are sending our condolences. The Porter School of Environmental Studies at Tel Aviv University, together with the Porter Foundation. And we have here also Tel Aviv University Governor, Mrs. Norma Dreamer, who traveled from Germany to be here with us. She has founded at Tel Aviv University the Price Dreamer Institute for the Development of Anti-Degenerative Drugs. And finally, Mira, thank you very much for really all the work and all the phone calls that I got and many others. And what I can promise you that for the next weeks, the telephone will be quieter. So thank you very much for joining us in this new venture. And thank you very much again, and enjoy the rest of the meeting. Thank you.